The BZNE committee meeting for March 12th, 2025 is hereby called to order at 4 p.m. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Chairperson Patty Smith. Vice Chair Shweta Bates.
Here.
Alderman Carl Franco.
Here.
Alderman Mike Seville. Alderman Bill Donnell.
Here.
3 present.
Thank you. The next item on agenda, approval of minutes, 25 dash, is public comments before?
Nope,
Okay.
we do the minutes first.
25 dash,
Move for approval?
thank you.
Second.
I'll just read this into record. 25-0186, approval of the minutes from the Building, Zoning, and Economic Development Committee meeting held on February 26, 2025. We have a motion by Alderman Bill Donnell and second by Alderman Franco. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion's approved. 3-0. Madam Clerk, do we have anybody for public comment?
We do not.
Thank you. Next item on agenda, we are just going little bit in a different order. First, we are going to take item number 2 on the agenda, which is 25-0190, an ordinance approving a revision to the Liberty and Eola plan description on 5.61 acres and amending Chapter 49 of the Code of Ordinances, City of Aurora, by modifying the zoning map attached thereto for approximately 0.9 acres of the parcel to an underlying zoning of OS-1 conservation, open space, and drainage district zoning for the property located at the southwest corner of Liberty Street and North Eola Road.
And did you want to read in the related item?
I can do that. 25-0193, a resolution approving a revision to the preliminary plan and plat for Liberty and Eola subdivision located at the southwest corner of Liberty Street and North Eola Road.
All right. Okay, thank you. Jill Morgan, Senior Planner with Zoning and Planning. So this is the property we're looking at. We're looking at the southwest corner of Liberty and Eola. And I will bring up the preliminary plan. So the subject property is currently zoned B2C, general retail with a conditional use, and OS1C, conservation, open space, and drainage district with a conditional use. And it's part of the Liberty and Eola subdivision, conditional use plan development. The petitioner is requesting a plan description revision to the conditional use plan development to change approximately 0.9 acres of the property from B2 general retail to OS1, Conservation, Open Space, and Drainage District. If you recall, this came before the BZE in 2023. So at the time, the southern portion property here, where you see the detention, the front half was zone B2, and it was planned to be another potential future retail. So now after trying to actually final plan and plat it, it was determined that this was really not developable utility-wise. So now they're coming in and just combining this with a detention lot, expanding the detention, and removing it as a buildable lot. So it would be zoned OS1, our typical conservation and drainage zoning. Just kind of as a reminder, I quickly kind of go through the plan description and noting what has not changed. So nothing else is proposed changing except for that removing of a buildable lot and making it a detention lot. So the details of the plan description allow for modifications to the use and bulk restrictions. The following aspects of that plan description remain the same. So this still includes allowing 1 car wash, single bay on Lot 2, and Lot 2 is the one at the corner here. By prohibiting some additional uses, we kind of our standard prohibitions, laundromats, tattoo parlors, alternative financial institutions, and those typical type of restrictions that we usually add on. The minimum interior side yard setback to the western property line over here was changed from 20 feet to 50 feet. So if you recall, we increased the setback here to have a lot of additional buffering along that western property line. There was also the landscaping screening requirements were amended to require the installation of a 3 to 5 foot berm and an 8-foot privacy fence along the western property line when the car wash develops. So at the time of the development of the car wash, we'll have the berm coming in with the landscaping, the perimeter and buffer landscaping requirement installed, and we'll have an 8-foot fence be installed with that car wash development. Concurrently with the proposal, the petitioner is also requesting a revision to the preliminary plan and plat. Again, the only change is really removing that third buildable lot, and the rest of the actual car wash is still being proposed the same, approximately 5,000 square foot car wash, and then a really future potential, very concept plan laid out on lot 1 to kind of show how that's those two will be connected. The only other change that was made at the time when this originally went through, Eola was going to possibly be a full. This is now a 3/4, so you can make a left in, but you cannot make a left out. And then we also, on behalf of council, the developer included a right turn lane on Eola Road into the development. Liberty Street access will still be full access. And then there is still the left turn lane on Liberty into the development. The only other thing, at the time when it came through, we saw some preliminary elevations. Those have changed. The applicant went with a different car wash company, so there were some issues with copyright on some of the look of the car wash. But, and then as well as some of the material was just not really feasible for a car wash. They didn't quite think some of that through. So we worked with the developer to still get the idea of like the towers, that vertical look, but changing some of the material and making it a little different than what we saw at preliminary. Is there any questions for staff? I'll bring the preliminary plan back up.
Alderman Donnell.
Thank you. I know we looked at this carefully before, but since that time, we've had a lot of discussion about traffic on Eola, so I have some questions. We might sound like retreading a little bit, but first off, what is the use of the property directly to the south of this?
To the south is vacant.
Vacant.
Yes.
Where's the fire station going to end up? Further
south, yes.
Further south,
Mhm.
okay. All right. So again, you know, there's been a lot of discussion about both pedestrian and vehicular traffic on Eola with the thing. So we have a 3/4 turn, right in, right out, and then coming from the south, a left in. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, which one are we, are you on?
I'm on the
Eola?
one on Eola, the exits on Eola.
All right, yes, so you'll have that, there's a center dual turn lane.
That's
so
what the darker is?
Yes. So you can make a left into it, darker here, yeah. Move it down a little bit. So you can make a left in, and then coming south from Eola, you can get into the right turn lane and make a right in. And then you can make a right out going south on Eola, but you cannot make that left out going north on Eola.
Right. So has DuPage agreed with this plan?
Yes.
Okay. So from that point, I'm assuming what is shown on the plan in kind of the shaded is a bike trail? Is that a bike trail along Eola?
A path, yeah, bike path,
Bike
yes.
path, yeah. Down towards the southern end of it, why I asked about was to the south, it kind of kicks over and it looks like it's right against the curb.
Yes, it becomes kind of like the carriage walk.
Right.
Yes.
Which I've always thought was a problem on Eola. I certainly want to ride my bicycle at that point. So do you know why? It's kicked in to meet the existing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so once that ever develops, we would pull that back
Yeah,
off.
so maybe we put a note in the file that when this property comes in, we're gonna move that bike trail, give it a little room.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah.
that sounds good. And then it looks like on the north, I was out today taking a look at it, is that a concrete sidewalk?
Yes.
Okay. And again, it really doesn't connect up going to the west, but we still want that in there for future.
Correct.
Okay, all right, those are my questions, thank you.
Alderman Franco?
So I'm assuming that if you want to go north out of this complex, you will come in out the right side on Liberty Street, go to the light and then go north.
Correct.
I mean, that's basically, unless you go south, make the U-turn, where those other people are all gonna be making their U-turn, there'll be a line for that, okay. All right, I'm just trying to get the logistics in and out, how they're gonna get from point A to point B, okay. That's all, I just wanted to verify that's what was gonna probably happen.
And we do have a connection to the southern property, so if that would ever develop, then there would be some internal connections there too.
Okay, that's all I have.
Okay. Any other questions? So,
Well,
25-0190, motion by Alderman Franco.
0190.
I just have one question, then I will second. So is that lot to just south, is that a developable lot, or is it wet, or is some other problems with?
It's a problem lot, yes. There's, I know the few people, at least this applicant has said he's spoken to the realtor who's tried to sell this other property, and they've had people who've looked into it, says there's some soil issues. So it's going to be probably a more difficult lot to develop. But as of now, we haven't seen anything that says it's completely undevelopable.
We have a motion by Alderman Franco and second by Alderman Donnell. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Motion approves, passes by 3-0. Next is 25-0193.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Franco and second by Alderman Bill Donnell. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion approves, passes 3-0. The next one is 25-0131, an ordinance vacating an access easement on the property located near the northwest corner of East Indian Trail and North Farnsworth Avenue in Kane County, Aurora, Illinois, 60505. Would you like me to read all three of them?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
The next one is 25-0129, a resolution approving a revision to the final plat for Aurora Police Department subdivision located near the northwest corner of East Indian Trail and North Farnsworth Avenue and establishing Aurora Public Safety Campus subdivision. The next is 25-0130, a resolution approving a revision to the final plan on Lot 1 of Aurora Public Safety Campus subdivision located near the northwest corner of East Indian Trail and North Farnsworth Avenue for a public facilities and services 6200 use.
Okay, thank you. Hi, everyone. It's good to see you all again. My name is Stephen Broadwell. I'm a planner with the City Zoning Division. So yes, as we just heard, this is the final plat for the Aurora, the Public Safety Campus out on East Indian Trail. You can see final plat and final plan and the plat of vacation. Oops. Turn on. So now you can see on the screen the aerial of the property and the parcel lines as it exists. So as you're all familiar with it, this is the where the police station is with their training facility. So a little bit of background. So right now the subdivision, it's 3 lots. Lot 1 is, as it exists, is where the police station is here on the left. That's lot 1. Lot 2 is this vacant lot here on Indian Trail, and then lot 3 is the detention pond. So what the scope of the final plat is that we're essentially proposing to consolidate lot 1 and lot 2 into lot 1 for a new fire station number 4, and then leaving the detention basin as it exists, just changing it to Lot 2, so it'll be a 2-lot subdivision. The final plan is really for the construction of a new fire station number 4. It's going to be approximately 29,800 square feet, I believe. So I'll pull up the plan real quick. So you can see here, it's being built along the East Indian Trail frontage. There's about approximately 135 striped parking stalls for passenger vehicles. I think maybe some work vehicles. You can see there's parking for the fire trucks. The southern portion down here, this is where the truck bays are, where the firefighters will be. There'll also be some other emergency medical staff located in the building. I think there may be some other city staff that will be located in there, in addition to some meeting spaces. So other than that, I think that's pretty straightforward. You can see that there's portion of the existing parking lot for, I guess that was for the police station up till now, is being built across and utilizing that. So these parking spaces will be mostly for the fire station. You can see that there is a new access here for the fire station, which is, I guess, maybe the reason for the platted vacation. If you look at the final plat, there's a cross-access easement that really runs across the front portion of the subdivision. That's really for parking. So the platted vacation is to remove that easement so that really that area will be used only for the fire trucks. And so this is the platted vacation starts with the BZE committee and goes through city council. But we have, I don't know if there are any other questions for staff, but we do have representatives from the design team that can answer any technical questions.
Alderman Daniel.
I have a couple questions, but I'm going to start with, I was out there today, and I'm a big proponent of permeable paving, but somehow or another it hasn't held up too well at this location. So I don't know, maybe the petitioner would know. Are we going to specify something that holds up a little better? I mean, there's a lot of chipped concrete, there's a lot of roughness to that. So I see we're still using it, we're going to extend that lot. I was just hoping that we might have a better product or a better solution for them.
Is that something that you'll be able to answer? Or, yeah, I think they can, Lauren's here, she can answer that.
Okay, thank you.
But I agree with your comments.
Alderman
I
Craig.
had the same question. What was I didn't hear the answer is. Are we going to get the same type of paver? Or is we going to get a better one that holds up so we don't have to fix them every X amount of years? What are we doing with that exactly?
Well, I can't say offhand what maybe the material is here. I mean, I think the city would want to have the highest quality out there, so I agree with you.
So is that what the petitioner is going to do?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure, because if we don't get it straightened out, then we'll be paying for it, fixing it up. We don't want to get into that business if we don't have to, obviously.
Yeah, I was going to bring them up. I was going to answer any other
Okay.
questions you might have right now for me.
I have a quick question. So this small parking lot will be shared parking lot
The new one
after
will
the
be-
extension? Yeah.
Yeah, it's my understanding is that it will be it'll be for staff, but then also like if say for example, development service staff has to go out there, we can use it if we have a meeting with the fire department.
And police department?
Yeah, I think they would use it, be able to use it as well.
Okay.
If it gets busy out there, for example, during the code enforcement hearing. So I imagine they could use it if they needed to. But it's one lot, so it would be public safety being used for public safety
Okay,
purposes.
thank you.
I had another question. I'm looking to the east. Is that a townhome or condo subdivision there?
To the east, I believe it's apartments.
Apartments? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at, which is good, I'm looking at, if this is correct, the parking is along where the fire station boundary is going to be, which is better than actually having the apartments, whatever there. So I was just wondering, it looked like something along those lines. Okay.
Yeah, it's it's zoned R5, so I believe it is
Okay.
multifamily. And we did, the design team, I can pull up the landscape plan, but the design team did a really good job of buffering from that residential as
Okay.
required per the zoning ordinance.
All right, thank you.
Would you like to hear from the petitioners? No? Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
My name is Lauren Kiley. I'm with Corrigan Clark and Associates. We're the architecture firm working on the project. So to answer your question about the pavers.
Can you please adjust the microphone?
Sorry. Is this better?
Yeah.
Okay. To answer your first question about the pavers, so our intent initially was to match the existing pavers that were there so that we could maintain that aesthetic throughout. But if you like, we can review that to see what better products we can provide there.
Well, and my opinion on that is, if it looks nice, okay, but it's better that it holds up than looks, perfect. You know what I'm saying? I would rather have the cost factor be a determination as opposed to the look. So yeah, we would like the best things possible, so we don't have to repair them every X amount of years.
Okay.
Okay.
I think, well, what's in the scope would be just the extension piece, and so that would be the only portion that would have
Sure.
the upgraded
Right.
pavers?
Okay.
Okay.
So will the fire trucks be parked at this location?
Yes, so they will be parked, yeah.
At this parking lot?
So we will have this is all for staff, and so the fire trucks will be parked on this
Okay.
apron in the
Not in
front.
this parking lot, which we
Not the
were discussing
pavers,
about, the
no.
northeast, sorry, that's the east, southeast corner?
Yeah, let's see here. This one here, then?
The
Or-
trucks, I think that's the parking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the intent is that the fire trucks would just use this as a drive. They would not park here, but they would park further here on the left.
Okay.
And then on the apron, so the wider portion of that area.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other questions? Okay. Do we have a motion for the first one, 25-0131?
So moved.
And again, I have a request, and I will be happy to second this. There's quite an ornate plaza included in this. I was wondering if you could provide, before COW, kind of a blow-up of that area, what it would look like.
Do you mean like 3D, like a
Well,
dimension?
just more detail. It's hard to zoom in and out,
Oh, just like
and
a-
then go up to the keys and try to figure out what the materials are, what it's going to look like, so.
Okay, so just a zoom in of what's right here. You don't need like.
I'm sure
the
the
actual-
architects have a detail of how to build this and what it's going to look like, and is there fountains and other things, so.
Is that-
Yeah, Steve, I can send you,
Okay.
we actually have a sheet already prepared that shows an enlarged plan, and it also includes 3D renderings, so that'll
Okay, that'd be
help
great.
Okay.
with
Be
better
great.
visual.
With that, I'd second this.
We have a motion by Alderman Franco and seconded by Alderman Bill Donnell. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. 25. Next is 25-0129. And this is a final appealable item for next 5 days. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Franco and second by Alderman Donnell. Please, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 3-0. The next one is 25-0130.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Franco and second by Alderman Donnell. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. Passes 3-0. There's no need for a closed session. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
We have a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second.
Okay. We have a motion to adjourn by Alderman Franco and second by Alderman Bill Donnell. We completed the meeting at 4:24.
All in favor, say aye.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder. The meeting is done at 4:24 p.m. Thank you.